When the sun sets on Soho in central London, Britain shows its most liberal side. Here there's a place for straight, gay, lesbian and everything in between. Since March of this year, gays and lesbians in England and Wales can get legally married, just like heterosexuals. But that doesn't necessarily make life easy for all of them, especially for many gays and lesbians from Britain's more traditional immigrant families. On an early Friday evening, I met up with Sarwar, a gay Muslim whose family comes from East Africa. He wanted to bring me here to the River Thames to a gay and lesbian film festival. Sarwar says being a part of a gay community is important to him.
It means that you feel you're part of a larger family, people of the same sexual orientation. People may feel excluded from the general community, but they can be in this family and also share ideas and not to feel lonely. It can be a lonely place sometimes.
Sarwar has been coming to the festival almost every day. Usually his partner Nigel is with him. The two have been a couple for 17 years. Today they're attending a showing of an Indian Bollywood classic. After the movie, Nigel tells me it took a while for the two of them to fall in love.
I'm trying to think. It was lust at first sight. So it was later, though, I think, when we were going out and we went out for a date.
The chemistry was definitely there, but there were problems with Sarwar's family, who live in northern England. They still don't accept his sexuality.
I never wanted to go out with someone who wasn't out and open about themselves and their relationship. But there was something different about Sarwar. There was something that made me think, actually, maybe I should compromise. But it didn't feel like a real compromise, because Sarwar was out in London, living a gay man's life in London.
Sarwar and Nigel are planning to tie the knot later this year. Nigel's family will attend the wedding, as will the couple's many friends. But Sarwar doesn't know about his siblings.
My eldest sister will not attend because I haven't had contact with her since my mother passed away because of my brother-in-law. And I'm not sure about the other families. I would invite them, and it's their choice.
Later in the night, Sarwar and Nigel head to Club Kali, a gay and lesbian nightclub that specialises in Indian and Arab beats. Many of DJ Ritu's regular guests are of Southeast Asian heritage. She opened the club nearly 20 years ago.
I would have hoped that in the almost 2 decades that we've been running Club Kali, that by now we would see lots and lots of changes and shifts, and many more young people feeling able to be out everywhere. And that's not the case at all.
DJ Ritu says many of the club goers here still face exclusion from their families, from society at large, and even from other gays and lesbians.
There is a degree of racism within the LGBT scene. There's not necessarily full acceptance of people that are other than the norm, i.e. white. And yes, still the issue of being able to be out in the family and not wanting to lose the support of the family by rocking the boat at home.
Sarwar's fiancé Nigel and the couple's friends accept him in a way his family does not. The dancing goes on for hours in the club on the Thames. London's East End is a bright multicultural area in the British capital. Whitechapel Market is where many Bangladeshi families do their shopping. I'm here to find out how they feel about gay marriage becoming legal. Nearby, I meet up with the Asian Women's Group. Most of the group's members are homemakers, Hindu and Muslim women from Bangladesh and India. Together they garden or go on excursions. Subedha, who's Muslim, also has a matchmaking agency, a service she provides for free.
Yeah, Bumblebee. They have come to enjoy the weather.
She says it isn't easy raising children and grandchildren in a society with such different values.
Before, in our culture, the priority was the house and the husband. Now, the girls, they say, we are educated, we are equal, we have the same right as men, and so we want to be independent. They don't want to listen, even my own daughters. And
Subedha says she would not consider arranging a marriage for two partners of the same sex.
you can see the difference.
It is embarrassing when they are in the train or in the shopping, or they are just cuddle and hugging the same sex. It is really embarrassing.
I don't like it when I see, I just close my eyes.
For the children, it's not a good sign for them.
It's not a good example.
They're not a good
But what about if this is the way they feel and they cannot change?
Only friendship, friendly. It's okay, yeah. No, only married and a woman and a man, children, God, family life. It's nice, yeah.
Some males have female hormones predominant, and some females have predominant male hormones, testosterone. I've forgotten the name of it. So they feel different. And even if you are looking the same and you feel different, then I think the society should cater for you. I'm sorry about that. The society should cater for you.
In our religion, it is said that this gay marriage is one of the signs of ending of the world. And that is why most of the Muslims don't agree to it. Right, Shirin?
Yes, it's true.
When British lawmakers moved to give gay couples equal rights, Muslim groups and conservative Christians tried to stop them. The equality legislation passed, but some religious groups say they won't give up their fight against it. Mohammed Abdul Bari is a spokesman for the East London Mosque, one of Europe's biggest.
When it comes to homosexuality or gay marriage, from the religious point of view, it's not acceptable in the faith tradition. But that doesn't mean that they should be discriminated or they should be hated. There is no room for discrimination and hate in any civilized society. If people want to change or debate on this issue, they should do it in the democratic, civil way.
I wondered, how is it possible for people to be part of a religious community that rejects their love? So I met up again with Sarwar, who is a practicing Muslim. He still prays regularly and won't touch alcohol. The apartment Sarwar shares with his fiancée Nigel is filled with the couple's memories and their favourite songs.
We've only just begun to live.
A photo taken by Nigel's mother.
So at first I used to punish myself, saying it's my fault, and used every religious rituals to sort of cleanse myself. But then over time I realised I am who I am. And then my religion is one aspect of my life, and the rest of me is the rest of my my life. So my sexuality is true to me, and I can't change that. And the person I care for and love for, is Nigel.
Sarwar says he doesn't care what Muslim fundamentalists have to say about his relationship.
It's not the religion that's not accepting me. It's more the people who interpret the religion. So I'm still, my faith is still Islam, but I'm not gonna disown my religion.
A sunny day in Haringey in North London. Today, one couple here has overcome religious and cultural barriers. Subodh and Niranjan are the first same-sex Hindu couple to be married in the borough. Their families come from Sri Lanka and India, where homosexuality is still a crime.
I give you this ring. I give you this ring as a token. Of our married life together.
It's also a big day for Subodh's mother, although friends of the family say it hasn't been easy for her dealing with their relatives back in India.
Even to this day, she's worried about what the family have said, the snidey remarks.
Till yesterday, she had a call from a relative saying, "Why are you allowing this?" And if Subodh's grandparents were alive, they would have never let this happen. So his mom turned around and says, well, he's your family because you're his aunt. And she turned around and said, well, you're his mom, so you should put a stop to it.
After the ceremony, the wedding party rides into Soho in central London to celebrate. It's a chance for me to have a chat with Subodh's mother. For the past 17 years, she's lived with her son and his partner, Niranjan. Niranjan takes care of her and she cooks for him like a second son.
First time I heard and I feeling so good and I cry. I said, God, what happened for me? My work, my family, they say. Then after I started accepting, so now I am happy.
To Subodh's mom, who's here.
Yes.
Yeah.
A toast to the couple's biggest supporter.
Thank you. And enjoy.
And it hasn't been a straightforward and easy journey, no? I tell you what, hats off to this woman. Really. She's done well.
The wedding couple has tried to be as inclusive as possible. They've even invited family members who don't approve of their relationship.
All family members, whatever stage they're at in their own personal journeys of how much they will accept a same-sex relationship, we need to include them. The process is about encouraging and exchanging ideas, coming and working together. It's only once we include people who perhaps may not understand that you can help to change their opinions. Without that, you can't.
Subodh and Niranjan see themselves as trailblazers. They hope to see more people in the future enjoying the same freedoms they do, whatever their gender, ethnicity, or religion.